Leo, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do a reading for you for July. It's nice to be back at the desk doing the monthly overviews. So thank you for sharing this time with me, for tuning in today. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new here. Let's get started. We're going to be taking a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit for you today for the month ahead. And thank you, Spirit, as always, for presiding over this reading for Leos. All right, let's see some of the themes coming in by way of Queen of the Sun, Queen of the Moon for the month ahead. Leo, I'm getting patience. There's a lot of faith and hopefulness and a lot of patience with self and with the path I'm seeing here. Coming out of this is like coming out of the eye of the hurricane. Maybe there's been a great storm that has moved through your life. Things that have shifted for the better. It's put you on a path of greater mysticism for some of you, because you're looking into a mystical starry night sky and you're peering through the void. I like that. Patience. And this red balloon being protected. Also a spirit of play and fun. Ooh, through personal will. We have will and we have creation. Ooh, some of you are working on a new project. And it's about maybe being patient with this. And the strength of will to see it through. I like that. And some of you, you're having to use a lot of your divine guidance, downloads. You could be transcribing, writing, coming up with business plans. It doesn't mean you're an author, but there could be a lot of writing, goal setting, that sort of thing. And the creation of the new and being patient with that. Also just a leveling up in your own confidence in general on the path in July. I like seeing that. That feels really strong, Leo. Fertility, it's a fertile time. We have 27 going into 9. And also the other numerology, we have, I always like talking about the numbers. 36, which is 9. We have 9, 9. And then we have 39. That's 12 going into 3. And then 4. 13. Ooh, we have a lot of 3s here. And derivatives of 3s, right? 9, 9, 6. It's like what you put your energy, your attention, and focus will multiply. Fertility. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. Yeah. Your world is expanding, Leo, through your own creativity and through your own patience. As you peer through a portal here and you step into, I'm getting this greater life as a mystic, bringing more of mysticism to others. This is taking sacred knowledge and pouring it out into the collective, whether it's through, there's so many different pathways of divination and spiritual faith, belief, and knowledge in general. A lot of you are guiding others, mentoring others, teaching others. It feels good. All right, let's now go into the tarot. I like that. Highly creative time. So for all of you creators out there, enjoy the inspiration pouring through you. All right, let's see. Where are you? Current and crossing energy, Leo. And it's been a number of weeks since I've read for the fire signs. I've had a lot of fun visiting you all. All the fire signs are going through this deep, deep well of healing. I like seeing it. 4 swords has come out for every fire sign. It's nice because I'm working with you as a group and I feel like I'm sitting here talking to, Aries, Leo, and Sag, and I'm like, job well done. This is a surrendered perspective and the elevation of your own awareness, higher awareness. Very spiritual. Where you are right now, Leo. Path maybe did grow a little uncomfortable. I like the Hangman. It's if you live from a higher spiritual law, it is the path of surrender. Surrendering to the healing path, the healing journey. puts us on the right path. This is the light worker journey, laying the mind to rest, giving your mind a break, your mental processes a break, going into creative flow, play, dance, music, all that yummy stuff. All right. Feel like that's the pocket of energy that you enjoy the most as a Leo. Could be through travel, right? Could be learning new cultures, new cuisines, new languages. I'm getting excitement and taking pause to regroup. All right. Overall general energy. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. Talk about fertility. What you nurture will prosper and grow. Leveling up maybe for some of you who are entrepreneurs, or just focusing on your things at home. Tending to the home, tending to the hearth. Could even be wanting to cook more this month. Ground, anchor in this energy. I think it's here for your enjoyment. We have the little bunny rabbit here too, just the spirit of curiosity and play. Opportunity, Five of Swords. Could be walking away from any kind of mental conflict or ongoing beef or worry. I'm getting walk away from your worries, Leo. I mean, they're always going to be there, but you get to decide what to focus on. Okay, Five of Swords is the opportunity. What's the challenge? Justice. Coming into balance. Fairness. Let's keep going. Immediate future, Eight of Wands. I like seeing that. And what you don't see coming, the Lovers, Knight of Pentacles. You might be going through some challenges in your love life, Leo. Because we have the Five of Wands over the Knight of Pentacles. And it might even need to be a direct problem. Like you have a situation with somebody. Some of you, it may be so. Others of you, it's just the challenges and obstacles that come in the way of calling in love. The Lovers is at the root of what you don't see coming, a major arcana, and it has an underpinning of slowness. It's either things are taking a while to gel in a situation and you're not sure and you're letting your worries get to you, or you're literally going through a little bit of some challenges in a connection or calling in a new connection. Eight of Wands is our divine guidance. Balance is fairness. I'm sorry, justice, balance. Justice is balance and fairness. I'm getting that you're healing and you're trying not to poke a situation that's had some strife, and you're moving forward. Eight of Wands is movement. It's like Spirit saying, okay, get up and go. Keep moving. Don't sit still for too long. There's more coming in. And this more is just don't let anything get in the way of you choosing love. Choosing love, choosing love. All right, let's now go into clarifying. Being patient in your creations. Why do I want to go from backward to forward? I feel like, what's this? What? I'm going to leave that later. It may just be a separate situation. Ooh, some of you are coming out of stress over a commitment. I'm getting that. You're trying to release the burdens of a situation and wrap up a cycle. Yeah. Fire signs are really like stepping it up in July. It really is. I feel like it's a karmic checkpoint for the collective. It must be around wrapping up an old cycle. We have the World here. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this is, I knew it. I was like, I bet you Leos learned how to nurture them. Everyone's learning this skill. How can you best nurture yourself and come from a grounded perspective, no matter what life throws at you? Nine of Pentacles. A lot of you are like, I want more stability. I'm trying to cultivate curiosity around how to deepen that strength. The courage that we need to aim higher for ourselves, to dream bigger, to be bolder, and to take action toward that. You have what it takes. I'm seeing that. You have what it takes. And I think sometimes we have to walk away from things that are draining our energy and just focus on the things that, are filling us up. You've been taking a little bit of a time out, allowing the wheel to turn. Meanwhile, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. I'm getting this like grit around you, just being a little, being a fighter around stabilizing in your life, walking away from some sort of fight with somebody and coming back into balance and moving on. I feel like it's a fight over letting go of a past grievance, a past connection, just the past in general, because this is big. Yeah. A past karmic situation, something that taught you a lot about your emotional, financial, and physical investment. Yeah. You've had some worries. 9 of Swords over the 7 of Pentacles. Some of you, money worries. You've had a very difficult situation with someone and holding boundaries. Definitely your opportunity is to walk away from any kind of negativity that's undermining your stability and security and your mental peace. And when it comes to what you're trying to create, this is the abdication, the resolution of fear, and the conflict that creates when you're motivated by fear with your energy from day to day. I think just Spirit's trying to tell you your opportunity this month is to not stress and emphasize anything that could be worrisome for you. Okay. And all you gotta, it's almost like be careful with what you leak in to your mind with what could go wrong versus what could go right. You're like, if I put my energy into this, it might stress me out. This feels more like a walking away from something karmic in the past. And don't even think about it. Don't worry about it. Like, just don't ruminate over it. This is a ruminating energy. Just don't allow it to infiltrate your psyche any more than it already has, because you've been healing from it. And you've been learning independence and the strength that it requires to stand on your own and wrap up this cycle. It's like, it was hard. Whatever you're walking away from, it had a hold of you for a while, but you're moving on from it. You don't have to operate from that place anymore. It's almost like you're worried maybe about a what if. And Spirit's like, why would you want to draw attention to the what if? Whatever you focus on, it will draw towards you. So be mindful of your thoughts this month. It's almost like when you expect like difficulty, it doesn't mean the difficulty isn't there, but why would you want to emphasize it or harp on it or worry about it? And it comes from fear. And I get it. We all have this tendency. What's this Devil? Queen of Swords. It's around maintaining a healthy boundary. And High Priestess, honoring your inner guide, your inner guru. And also I think you've been dealing with healing some wounds, 9 of Wands, around maybe unhealthy karmic. I feel like you had a karmic connection that came in, and it was very hard for you to walk away from it. It might have gotten unhealthy. Some of you, this is not even about a person. This is walking away from unhealthy habits and being strong enough to not let your mind control you. You're putting your energy, time, and resources into the things that nurture you and fill you up versus the things that don't. And it's this mental bandwidth where you're going to put it this month. Don't put it on negativity, fear, doubt, insecurity, or people, places, and things that you know are not healthy. Okay, that's some, yeah, you're walking away. You're headed towards a new beginning. It's, two things always happen at once when we close out a cycle. We're getting stronger in our own sense of resiliency and independence and our own courage and empowerment. And at the same time, we're actually walking away from the past and what unfolded there and healing from it. So keep moving on. It's like, keep on keeping on, Leo. You're on the right track now. Just don't let the past come back and interfere or disturb your peace. That's what it feels like. You're turning your back on something and you're coming into balance. Some of you, this is a divorce proceeding. And worries about the outcome and being stressed about it, trying to be strategic and, all these moving parts. And it's like, you can focus on that if you want. Why not be patient and focus on you and what you need to nurture, right? What was this again? We have to go back and remind ourselves to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more fun than you were before. There's something beautiful growing from your consciousness in the new as a result of facing down the old. There's an old pattern here that you put up with. You may have waited a long time to walk away from something. And now you are on a path. It's like this leap of faith to go towards your sense of right and wrong. Yeah. Coming out of any kind of holding yourself back in any way. 8 of Swords. You're definitely clearing up a lot of mental. You have a tendency to worry, Leo, I'm seeing, or at least in July, you could. If you wanted, you can worry about everything that could go wrong. You know, it's like sometimes we do. We have irrefutable evidence. Hey, I'm worried about this health situation. I'm worried about this person. You know, a worrisome mind, you can do it, y'all. You can if you want. You can control where the mind goes. You have the part of you that's experiencing life, the experiencer. And then you have the part of you that's wise, watching the experiencer experience. And I feel like whenever you see all this swords energy, you've been healing that, becoming the mindful observer, walking away from worrying. This is when we rehearse, rehearse old conversations, rehearse what you should have said, what you didn't say, what you're going to say. Just be present. I'm getting that. Be present and don't get trapped up in holding back out of worry or doubt or fear. You're healing this tendency. And it comes down to coming back into balance with self, being mindfully present, being open to receive, and not stressing out about the details. You're letting go of a tendency to worry about things. Like I said, we all are rightfully justified in that if we want to. We live in a world that is a fear-based reality. Do you want to reach for a higher level of consciousness? Leo, I already know you're there. It's like we constantly go jumping the timeline. Fear, love, fear, love, fear, love. And then you get so used to stepping on the fear. I've seen them almost sometimes as like two tightropes. Love is like you're being lovingly guided and it's like you're a professional trapeze artist. Fear is like, I've never stepped on this tightrope before. What the hell am I doing here? So which one do you want to vibe in? I feel like you have a choice this month. And it does. I feel like that the challenge for you is just hold healthy boundaries in self and in connections that I feel like there's one connection that you're stressed about. Yeah. I'm saying just be mindful here of where you put your focus. Yeah. We have another Queen of Pentacles with the Judgment. Yeah. You're going through rebirth. Some of you, you could just be worried about all the details around something you're birthing. The Queen of Pentacles is here twice. This is you being rooted and grounded in greater abundance. Yeah. Some of you are clearing up a scarcity mindset around maybe shifting out of something in your work life and trying on new things, being creative, being playful. What I say, confidence comes from being playful and not being so serious and so attached, and just let go of the reins and just flow. I know it's easier said than done, but Spirit's giving you a helping hand here. Coming out of any kind of mental conflict around the way you invest in your air energy here, because that influences your pentacle energy. So you have a lot of opportunities coming in. This is your immediate future opportunity. The land of opportunity is here. It's ripe. You are going through a rebirth. Do not look at lack. You are not a victim of circumstance. You co-create your opportunities here. Spirit's sending them your way. So I think you are also turning your back on somebody. And you've passed judgment over the situation. I think a lot of you, this is you being worried about finances on your own, extracting yourself from somebody, maybe even financially, whether you're supporting them, caretaking them, or they're draining you, a partner that's draining you, or you're getting a divorce and you're worried about the outcome. I would say focus on yourself. Focus on the things that you can control. All right. Where are we? Let's keep going. I want to look at this Lovers. You are definitely being challenged to choose love this month and to be patient with yourself. This is a beautiful rebirth in your finances for a lot of you. Yeah. And a lot of you, I think you're walking away from something and you've been working on healing and you've been trying to stabilize. And you actually are moving towards a calmer mental state. That's what you don't see coming here. 6 of Swords, Knight of Cups. You've got love and help arriving this month in July. And this is almost like when we're moving away from adversity and we've had to be strong and hold on tight. And then and then we're like, oh, I can let go. I can come back into balance. I don't have to be in fight or flight or freeze or fawn. I'm just me. I'm in my energy. I'm focusing on myself. And you find your strength there. I do think you have somebody coming towards you this month who's kind of waiting for you on the other side of this transition, who's like, I'm here, you know, and you're like, God, it took me forever to cross the sea to get to this chapter in my life. But I do see new love coming in for a lot of you. Knight of Cups. Oh, and a Four of Wands. This is stabilizing. Some of you, you know, it's like trying to find independence. Some of you are already in a connection, but you've been healing and trying to gain a greater footing in your finances, in your own feeling of stability and security in your career. It's almost like you're saying, you know, your career matters, your finances matter. You don't want to sacrifice a lot of that for the sake of a partnership, or you're worried about that in transition after leaving a partnership. And some of you have really like moved away from a partnership entirely, and you're really strong on your own, and you felt kind of alone, and you want love, you want a new commitment. And I see that coming in. You've had to clear out a lot, and you're moving towards, I would say, something new here. Some of you, it's a new home, and things are getting settled. Settled. Great transition here. You've been very strong here, Leo. There's a lot of opportunity that you're creating for yourself financially, all right? I do think that you are putting a lot of time and energy into your career in July, and it's going to pay off. Just don't stress about the details or worries. And then when it comes to love, I do see you standing strong, not compromising what you want and need. And you're in a new beginning here. It's like, let go of the past. We have 8-8. Your abundance lies. We have all eights. Look at that. We have the 8 of Swords, the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Wands. We just don't have the 8 of Pentacles. It's like, just get to work. And you have all this, it's like root and ground, you know, day to day. It's like you could be changing up your routine and trying on, you know, a new identity in your work life. A lot of you who are calling in love are going to experience a new connection. Could be somebody with heavy Gemini placements. So we have air here, but also water. Doesn't have to be Gemini, but there's like a meeting of the minds, a lot of conversation, an openness. All right, let's get into overall. I feel like you've been patient on the path. You've been co-creating through strength of will and courage, endurance, seeing it through, working on your healing, taking a time out, a pause to clear up a very unhealthy situation and move on. Ultimately, that's what I see you doing here. Let's get a Chinese 5-element oracle to close this out. Oh, very clear. Very clear. What is this one? We have water, sheep, wait and listen. And we also have, you know, patience here. Look at, we almost have a very similar energy. Pausing and listening to spirit. Being divinely guided on the path. Going through rebirth and trying to focus on the positive this month as you build greater stability and you ride out. Almost like you've been on this journey, right? And you're moving to a new environment, maybe even in the external world and in the internal world. It could be both, because Gemini is the lovers, but it's a mirror. So it's almost like the more you stabilize inside, the more everything's falling into place outside of you. But a lot of you are moving into a new home and you're really excited. Things are calming down. You've overcome some challenges and maybe some delays and some setbacks, but you're being patient with yourself. Okay. Water, sheep, wait and listen. Number 20. And whenever I see 222, it's always about having faith on the path. We have 2 and the 27. All right, let's keep going. As far as the majors, if you are curious so far, we have a lot of Leo energy. You're in your energy this month. That needs to be said here. You're really digging deep in your own fire. Fearlessness, right? Fearlessness on the path, saying, you know what? I can do this on my own. All right, I'm strong. But I think that you have help coming in. Maybe you felt like you were alone, but it doesn't seem like much longer. Let's look at this one. Wait and listen. That's what you've been doing. Putting that earth energy to work wherever you have that in your chart. In the, what am I saying? Earth energy, water energy. Oh my goodness, I can't even count right now. There we go. Water sheep. This card highlights the qualities of yin water, the heavenly frequency, and the yin earth. Okay, so it's both. No wonder, because I was getting this wood energy from you. So the sheep is the earth energy. Water sheep. Yin water is gentle water. Imagine morning dew and soft drizzly rain, associated with wisdom, intuition, and deep knowledge. Yin water leads us to mysterious and metaphysical aspects of life. Water is the element that represents communication, our thoughts, and intelligence. An imbalance of water can contribute to excessive worries, fears, and anxiety. What I tell you, you're shifting from that perspective. Because here's the thing. When we are dealt a rough hand, we have a tendency to focus on these things, right? Worries, fears, and anxieties. But then what happens when you come out of that? You don't have to operate from that vibration anymore. The sheep is the sign that transitions us from the joys of summer to the quiet wonders of autumn. And interesting how on both sides of the hemisphere we have summer and autumn. Well, you all down under just went through winter solstice. As an earth sign, the sheep helps us build a solid foundation so that we can harvest the seeds planted in spring. Kindness is key to your situation, for hidden inside the sheep is yin fire associated with the heart. As one of the 10 highly spiritual pillars, the water sheep reminds us to tune in to the spirit within for guidance. With water over earth, you're currently experiencing a lack of clarity and feeling somehow out of your comfort zone. The universe is telling you to trust in your intuition, and that's better to wait until you have a better understanding of your situation before making a move. Seek wisdom by going deeper into the heart of the matter. Tune in to Mother Earth whenever you need grounding. That's where you have all this pentacle energy here. The Queen of Pentacles came out twice. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Very earthy. And then the 7 of Pentacles. It's like everywhere I look, there's pentacle energy. So you're trying, I think that the biggest thing in the fertility as well, that's Empress energy. You're trying to ground and come into balance with your financial health, your physical health, your spiritual health, and your emotional health. And then also what you think, that's your intellectual health, which could be tied into your emotions as well. But we are what we think. Okay. Seek wisdom by going deeper into the heart of the matter. Tune into Mother Earth whenever you need grounding, with yin practices such as qigong, meditation, and gentle yoga to help you return to your center. Interesting. All the fire signs are like, go deep, focus on the here and now, work on your mindfulness. That is where your source of power is derived. Ground. Do not focus on, the 3D reality of fear, doubt, anxiety, and worry. It will get the better of you. You get to choose where you put your energy. Message from heaven. Yin water is calm and subtle. Enter into a state of stillness to listen to the quiet voice of wisdom. And message from earth. Slow and steady. The pace of yin earth is the mantra for your current situation. Yeah. I think that you're trying to temper the waters of transition. And while you're traveling across, right, going through this transition, as you wrap up a cycle here with the world, not only are you gaining grounding, inspiration, independence, and strength and resiliency and courage on the path, you're actually being called to wait and deepen and listen to your own inner guidance. And that's going to help you navigate forward, right? It's like you're being tested at every turn to keep the faith. Even when you're having to dig deep. It's really what you focus on. Okay. Interesting. Let's get, and now all of a sudden my nose wants to itch uncontrollably. So you just have a lot of people that I think that you are thinking about, that you are maybe even responsible for. Let's get some advice. Wow. Y'all need to go look up the Queen of Pentacles wherever you are in the world and really listen to the wisdom that she's trying to tell you. It's out 3 times now. This is your earthbound energy in your chart. Wherever earth is, it's being emphasized this month. And it's really about your own prosperity and abundance and making sure you're making decisions to support that. and not deny that. This is your own sense of the ability to nurture your capacity to create more financial security and stability on your own, and changing your beliefs around that, cultivating everything you need to feel supported. Queen of Pentacles. Some of you are really going into being an entrepreneur and not holding back from that anymore, and deepening into your creativity and your curiosity about what you want next. Yeah, I think some of you have been waiting a long time to go in this direction. Do it. Knight of Swords. I think I feel like you're really going into new arenas in your career in the month of July, and the wait is over. Whatever healing work you've been doing and time out you've been doing, you're feeling like that inspired action, like go for it, right type of energy. You don't need to continue to negotiate with the universe anymore about what you want to do. I don't feel like you're not clear about your purpose. It's about sharing yourself and slowing yourself down enough. It's interesting how you have the Hangman upright that's crossing your energy. Actually, the Four of Swords was crossing your Hangman. Yeah, you're coming out of a pause. Coming out of a pause. And you see both sides now. The light and shadow around your own process. There it is. There it is. What you going to choose? You're going to choose the shadow aspect of your own ability to nurture yourself and your path and create abundance. Or are you going to choose the light? This is like when we're afraid to... You're getting the guidance, right? To move forward and expand. And the more you hold off from that expansion, the more restless you're going to get and the more frustrated you're going to get. And you get to choose whether you want to focus on any kind of insecurity. I feel like you need a little extra boost. I don't know why, but I'm being guided to give you a keeper of the light in yours. Soul flame. Let's just read the front of the card. Ooh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. Ooh. Maybe some of you are ending a codependent pattern and you are moving towards love now from honesty, truth, and authenticity and a sense of separation. Yeah, you could be healing a codependent bond pattern. Soul flame. Yeah, it's interesting because I don't necessarily see, Leo, like the strong presence. I see love coming towards you, but I feel like this is actually you deepening into your belief system and grounding in your energy and elevating. A lot of this has to do with the frequency of your growth. All right? Because Queen of Pentacles, it's growth, right? Your personal growth. You've learned a lot about codependent patterns and how that has shaped you. And now it's about independent patterns and financial independence, emotional independence, right? And being a free thinker, not feeling like you're attached to someone and you have to sacrifice too much of yourself. How can you operate in the world and be sovereign? So I see all these themes happening for you in the month of July. You are definitely ending a worrisome patterning, whether that's to career or love or both. And you're coming out of it. And I feel like you're stabilizing. A lot of you are moving into the new. So allow yourself to deepen and strengthen in this new chapter. You're ending an old cycle. It was hard fought. It was difficult. All the fire signs are leveling up. You're taking a very soft and gentle approach with the leveling up. All right. Much too hard on yourself, Leo. All right. I'm seeing that because all the swords energy wanted to come out and spirit's like ground, be present, do the things, right, that nurture you from day to day, whatever that is. Get out in nature. All this earth energy, it's good stuff. So maybe it's just taming a little bit of that fire and using it wisely. Okay. All right. I'm sending you lots of love. Namaste, you all. Take care.